Are you one of those who have often been told to watch pros to improve, but you have no idea how to analyze what they are doing? Don't worry. Just like you, I was once in a similar situation where I had no idea how to look at my own replays, let alone analyzing pros that are literally the best at the game. Fortunately, I was blessed with the mindset of improving just like you, and I kept looking for ways to improve. I stumbled upon this method of analyzing pros, which I don't exactly remember where I got from now. But anyhow, in this video, I will teach you guys how to analyze pros, which will greatly improve your game sense. Before we move on to the method, I want to break down the importance of analyzing pros and how exactly it improves our game sense. Pros do stuff that is out of the box for most of us. When we successfully analyze their out of the box gameplay, it gets engraved in our minds, and we can use that information later on in our own games. The more we do it, the more we can polish our muscle memory. Now, moving on to the actual method, first of all, you want to find yourself some replays. If you're unsure where to get them, go to dota2protracker.com and search for either a hero you want to look over or the player you want to look over. So for in my example, I want to look over Nisha. So I'm going to search for Nisha and I'm going to go on the account that he's playing on. So once you've figured out which match you want to go to, click on this copy ID link and you'll get it. Once that is done, load up the replay. And once you're inside, put on the player's perspective. From there on, you have to start predicting what the player is going to do. You can pause the replay. You have all the information that the player will have. Just that, you can take your time and start predicting. If your prediction is right, move on. If it's incorrect, go back and pause and take your time to figure out why. As an example, I'll do it a little bit for you to understand better. I'm analyzing Nisha's Kunkka, and I'll be giving two examples here. So here, Batrider is pushing the lane into the Kunkka, but we can also see that Batrider is going towards the right side. So now, my prediction is that Nisha is going to clear this creep wave with this Tidebringer as soon as he can. But what happens is that he ignores the creep wave entirely and moves away from it. So now that my prediction is wrong, I'm going to go back and see why he didn't do what I thought he would. Okay, so when I see it again, Nisha has 3 stickies on him, which isn't a problem if Batrider doesn't have lasso since he was level 5. But he got level 6 off of that creep wave. If Nisha went for that wave, he would have died. The second example is Nisha's item build. Usually Kunkkas go for first item BKB, and in this particular game against the Batrider and Rubik, I would also predict that he would buy BKB, but instead, he goes for a Blade Mail. So now I'm thinking, why does he go for a Blade Mail? I look at what Blade Mail offers. It gives you a decent amount of damage and also gives you 6 armor, both of which help Kunkka a lot since Kunkka doesn't have that much armor and the damage helps with Tidebringer. So I understand the damage part, but what does the enemy have that the 6 armor plus damage return would help with? So I look at their lineup. They have a CK carry, they have a Doom off lane, and Batrider mid. So now I'm thinking, what does the CK do? So CK's W reduces your armor, and he likes to do a lot of physical damage. And not only that, Bat and CK both like to go on top of the other hero and burst him down. So if Kunkka has a Blade Mail, that becomes a harder task. Now this Blade Mail purchase makes a lot of sense to me. This is how I learned 2 different things from this replay. To make the most out of this method, I would advise you to select only one player, be it anyone. It could be Arteezy, it could be Nisha, Sumail, whatever you like or whoever you like. Only watch their replays and apply this method. If you do this method once every day before you play, your game sense will improve significantly in a very short time. This is basically copying pros, but since they are at the top, it isn't a bad thing. Over time, your brain will start coming up with its own ideas by using the things that you learn from the pros to develop your game sense. That was it for this video. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and if you enjoyed the content, do consider subscribing.